Hey everybody and welcome to Random Ramblings, the podcast where three white guys talk about absolutely nothing for an how.
For a how? She couldn't say
What?
fucking hour? Fuck you, Siri. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess Fat Ninja.
And as we start off every week, we talk about Unsolved, the murder of Tupac and Biggie. Hess, what do you think about this week's episode?
I liked it. Obviously, I've liked them all. I feel like I'm kind of changing my feelings towards Tupac. I don't really like him.
You don't like him anymore?
Wow.
I mean, I do, but, like, he's kind of a dick. Like,
I mean, he's kind of... At least the way they portrayed him in this, he's been a dick the entire
that's what
show.
I mean. Like, the way that they portray him in this is like he's a dick, and a lot of it is his fault and Suge's fault.
Yeah.
Like, I've always disliked Suge, but
Yeah, it's hard to like Suge Knight.
yeah, it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, dude, grow up. Like, let shit go, you know? I get it, but at the same time, it's like,
he
dude,
really does have a problem letting stuff go. If he really is how they portray him in the show, he has a big problem letting things go.
I think he did have a problem letting things go.
One thing I wanted to mention, I told him this earlier. When we were at the gym, I watched this interview with Ice Cube, and the person in the interview asked him who killed Tupac and Biggie.
And it was from
Yes.
It was years ago.
Yeah, it was years ago when he was doing like Barbershop 2 or something. And he said for Biggie, he's like, I think it was a bunch of like government shit. Like, I think the cops are involved in all that.
Wow.
But then for Tupac, he kind of was dancing around the question a little bit, but then came out and said, I'm pretty sure Tupac's was the guy he had an altercation with that night. And I was
Orlando Anderson.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because that's how they showed it in the show. So Ice Cube thinks the same thing that the show shows about how Tupac died. And
Yeah.
he thinks that's what happened. Which I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, because like you read about that. We saw it on the show. Now Ice Cube's saying it. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it seems like that's probably what happened.
And then I also watched Snoop Dogg was on Steve Harvey's show, and he was talking to him about how, you know how we talked about how Suge Knight thinks that Tupac's still alive and all that shit?
Oh.
Or thinks that.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey asked Snoop Dogg, he's like, what do you think about that? And he's like, well, I guess it's good television.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. So like Tupac's like basically, or Snoop Dogg's like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I thought I really liked this week's episode. I liked how it showed a lot more of the cops, and like it seemed like everybody's like, oh yeah, Jimmy Simpson's character, Detective Poole, just went crazy with this. But like you said, when we watched it from our perspective, he doesn't look crazy, but like to everybody else,
He's crazy.
he went absolutely nuts on this case.
Yeah.
Which I really liked that.
That scene when he's in the car with the gun, and like he wants to kind of like kill himself.
When his boss is sitting there and when he's talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a.
Isn't
Yeah.
it just his partner?
Yeah, but I think
I thought
that's
that was
like,
his boss.
I think that's his partner, but I think he is a higher up person.
That probably would have meant a lot more had we not known that he wasn't going to kill himself.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I do agree. That was a weird scene because I was like, "Oh, what's gonna happen here?" Because like I know he doesn't shoot himself, but like,
Right.
how's this gonna play
They're
out?
like, fuck it, we're just going off the script.
He starts changing time.
Yeah, I liked it. It's interesting. We still don't know anything about Biggie's murder.
Yeah, so do you
No.
think
Not that we know anything about Tupac's murder. This
we
is
got a
what they
lot
think.
more information about that though than Biggie's?
Yeah.
So it's weird. So do you think the last 3 episodes will be mainly about Biggie since they kind of solved
It kinda
Tupac's in this?
doesn't it have to be? I mean, they didn't necessarily solve it. They just got a guy that said what happened.
Yeah.
Like it's
Like
whether
so like,
believe him
do you
or
think
not.
possibly like the next 2 will be about Biggie, and then the last one will be kind of the conclusion of both of them, possibly?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if there is a conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because there has to be a little bit, but like we know in real life the case is still open.
So what do you think about what they showed tonight? Like, do you have any thoughts? Or not tonight, but last night.
No, I mean, not really any thoughts. Just kind of like what I said to start out. Just
It changed your mind on Tupac.
Yeah, I mean, like I knew a lot, and if this is accurate, I didn't know everything, but I mean, a dude's just. I think I like Biggie a lot more. I'm still gonna like Tupac, but like it's different because I'm not used to seeing this side of things. You know, like I wasn't used to seeing this side. I was always very one-sided, like almost closed-minded about the whole thing. Like You know, like I just wanted to believe that it was all Biggie and Puffy's fault, and
It is interesting that like
you
the
know,
beginning
it's
of
like
this
it was
beginning
like
of this podcast,
stupidity.
Hess was like, "I love Tupac, fuck Biggie, all stuff," and now it's like the show
Yeah.
changed my mind, which I think that's cool. That shows that it's a good and interesting show that it
Yeah.
changed his mind on his idols.
It probably didn't change your mind about Puffy, Diddy, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
It enlightened me a little. I didn't know
Maybe-
Puffy
maybe-
was involved at all.
Maybe just a small bit, but
I mean-
I still don't like him. I still don't like him.
It is.
But-
It's so hard for me.
Well, that's what I said.
to
It
see the-
probably didn't change your mind about him. I mean,
Maybe just a little bit. I mean, like I think
like what?
just like the whole scene, like in tonight's, or the episode where they're backstage at the Soul Train Awards or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and Puffy's like, "Look, man, after we go out there and perform, like the beef's not gonna matter." Like, obviously he was wrong, but
I noticed at that time his little podcast tick up.
what?
He
Oh,
mentioned he
yeah.
mentioned to me earlier. He's like, we should do something when Hess hiccups, and he's like, you can notice that before, and I was like, no, I've never noticed that he hiccups during the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, every time.
It always happens. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I hiccuped in my my own video. I don't know if I did or not.
I don't think
I
you
don't think I
did, but I don't know. I didn't notice it, and I do a
I didn't
podcast
notice
with
it.
you every week, so who knows?
Good point.
Who knows?
I get.
Jerome always burps.
I get.
I
That's
do.
true. I guess what I noticed is, like he did, like say, hey, I would do anything to get those two guys killed,
Yeah,
Right.
which doesn't seem like, and I don't even know if he meant it necessarily, or if he was just talking and he has a lot of money, and then I think this altercation that they had was just an excuse to kill him. And then they're like, "Oh, hey, this guy said he'd pay us to do this, and now we did it. So now he has to pay us money." And then I
Do you think like has it been semi-proven at all about Puffy like paying the guy or whatever?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Because I before the show, I had no clue he was even involved in this whatsoever. And like watching this,
There's always been rumors that he's involved in both, but
It's so
Right.
hard for me to believe that actor is Puffy because he's just looks nothing like him.
yeah, no, it does.
Like me and him talk about that. We're like, they almost need name cards, and I was like, I think that's why. Like Puffy walks in the room and everybody's like, "Oh, hey, Puffy, how are you doing?"
yeah, no, 'cause
just because the guy looks nothing like him, so it's to let the audience know,
Like
oh, that's
I
Puffy.
could have played a better Puffy. I mean, you know what I mean?
Well,
no.
It's always been a lifelong dream of mine to do blackface.
Wow.
So it would have been a perfect time.
Yeah.
you know,
You know,
If
he used
it
to be
wa-
a dancer.
if it wasn't such a
Yeah.
big deal, that's a perfect title for a podcast. It's always been my dream to do blackface.
You all right over there?
Fucking Abby's like sending me tweets, fucking Instagram fucking postings. She's texting me. No, I'm not doing a podcast or anything. Jesus.
Should we start texting us too in the middle of the podcast too?
Holy balls. She literally just hit me with like fucking 8 different things in like a 3-minute span.
And she's just in the other room?
Yeah, she's fucking right across, right behind me over here. It's like I come in the room and shut the door so I can have some, it's quiet, and holy moly,
What are we drinking?
Just got a little bit of
a little bit of caffeine,
I don't know what that means.
What were we talking about before Hess got interrupted? I totally forgot.
Him doing blackface.
Oh yeah, him being blackface, him being a better Puffy.
Yeah.
Do your impression of Puffy right now. This is your audition.
Hey, yo, big man, get out there. Let's make some money, yo.
Okay, so that takes everything.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
That is not what I was expecting.
No, and
Hey yo, big man.
you at least you could at least said take that or something.
Oh my lord.
Take that.
Oh my
It's too
god.
late. It's too late.
Oh, that was good.
So what do you guys think about Detective Poole being basically fired this episode? And then at the end he goes to, what was it, what newspaper did he go to?
LA Times.
LA Times, that's what it was. What do you guys think about that?
I thought it was kind of sad. I mean,
A little bit, cause like
you know,
especially because like his boss was like, "Oh, now I truly know you're in this for yourself," and like at least for me, it looks like he's totally not. He wants to solve the case.
Yeah.
So then at the end, he's like, "Oh, he's even though like he can't do it there, he's still trying to get it done in the other place." and then it doesn't work.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Season 1 of Season 1 of The Wire.
Okay. How so?
He's McNulty.
I don't.
Okay, so it's like kind of just outcasted.
Yeah, and then they're trying to send him to the harbor.
Yeah.
And at the end,
it did remind me of that. I did think of that when they brought up I hate the boat or when I hate seagulls.
Yeah, and then and also in season 1, he's like, oh, I want to catch these guys, I want to do all this stuff, and then Kima gets shot, and then
he fucking fly.
I know. And then he's like, Kima gets shot, and then he goes, oh, this is bullshit. I should have never done this. I did this for me. And everyone's like, yeah, we know, dipshit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But so it was kind.
Absolutely.
Because I kind of think a little bit of Pool stuff he's doing for himself.
I guess a little bit, yeah. But he also really wants to solve the case.
In the greater good, he's trying to solve the case. But I think he would.
But then also building a career a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I see that a little bit. Yeah. But I thought it was a little bit of a dick because his boss seemed to be like one of the only people that understood him, just knew that it couldn't be done.
And it took him a little bit, though.
And then this episode, he just came off like a total asshole.
But he is right. They're like, you don't have any evidence. He goes, well, I have some circumstantial evidence, and you won't let me find more.
Yeah, I liked that scene. I wish it would have it would have been a turning point where he's like, no one will acknowledge the evidence I do have, and they won't let me go find more. I like that. And then the boss is like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
The boss is a fucking dickwad, though.
Yeah.
I kind of liked him a little bit up until this episode, because at least to me, it seemed like he understood him.
I didn't like him at all.
But
I never liked him.
Every time I see him, I expect him to yell at the youngest guy in Weeds. What's the youngest kid's name?
Silas.
Shane. Yeah, Shane.
Shane, yeah.
I expect him to yell at him every time I see him.
Yeah.
And he ended the season with a porn stash, and that,
Sorry.
God. What do you think had a worse ending, Weeds or Dexter?
Weeds. Because it took 4 seasons to end.
I mean, kind of so Dexter, didn't it?
Hey, was there any truth to Dexter coming out with another season? I saw something about that online.
I think that.
Oh, he's a lumberjack now?
I think like the creators wanted to, but then everybody else was kind of like, nah, it's not a good idea.
Didn't they pay him like $25 million a season, like at the end?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, like he was like, no, I'm not doing another one. Oh, you're gonna give me $25 million? All right, I'll do it.
I mean, that's kind of hard to turn down.
Yeah,
and he probably hasn't worked since.
He's done a few little things, but not much, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he has to.
Yeah.
I saw him. He's doing something the other day that I saw. He was like reading an Audible book, like, get this, and
oh,
read
really?
it to you. Yeah, and I was like, geez, that's rough.
You're like, and then afterwards he'll kill you to become a lumberjack.
Yeah, totally.
Did you watch all of Dexter?
Because
I watched all of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sucked at the end.
Yeah, it was real bad. So what else did you guys think about this episode? Anything else we should touch upon? There's nothing else I can really think of that happened much other than the Tupac thing. I did like when they went and bought the PCP and all that. Like their plan for that.
Jerome learned a lot about PCP this episode.
Me and Nick did not know that PCP was liquid.
Well, I think
Hey, I asked and you were like, I didn't know that, Sonny.
First of all,
back in my day, we had different PCP.
I'm gonna stick some PCP up your ass in a second.
Whoa.
Yikes.
No, I said what I actually
is that
said
a threat or a
was-
promise?
What I actually said is they just said they fucking laced cigarettes with it.
I didn't hear that part.
It's hard to lace something.
I'm gonna lace you with.
I liked it in the Arizona tea gallon. That was kind of cool. What if he actually drank that shit?
Do you know how I didn't when we watched this? I didn't say it, but when she pulled out the thing, I was like, oh, they got chipped, and she just got she got some real apple juice, and then I was like, oh no, that's why they call it apple juice.
Yeah, and if you want to know how much this motherfucker pays attention, this is probably the only one we really watched together.
They watched 2 episodes together, and that's it.
He's like, what are they gonna get into this applesauce? It's apple juice, motherfucker.
I knew it was apple something. I just wasn't positive.
Apple
juice,
sauce.
They're basically the same thing, just one's a little thicker.
Yeah, definitely not.
If you leave
at all.
applesauce out for like 6 months, it kind of or apple juice out for like 6 months, it kind of becomes applesauce.
Ugh.
It'd be disgusting.
Have you done that study?
No, but I should. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna get some apple juice
there's
tomorrow.
No more
and
4-foot mafia, or he could.
Yeah.
You know, the other
then I'll
day.
drink it.
The other day, a little off subject.
It is random ramblings.
I got off early from work, and I was on your guys' side of town. I was at where I used to work.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna swing by and buy a big thing of Smirnoff, and I was gonna sit it. I was gonna sit it like in the carport, and I was gonna knock on the door and just sit there and video you.
He would have never came out.
No, I would look.
Why?
I would have looked, and if I saw his Hess, I'd be like, "Oh fuck!" And then I go outside. Normally, I don't like the whole biker story that everybody knows. Like I chased in the house by bikers. People knock on the door. I usually like kind of peek, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know this person. I ain't answering."
Yeah, but I wouldn't knock on the front door. I'd knock on the side door.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it
No
doesn't
one really knocks in the kitchen unless they're like they know us.
The cops did.
Yeah.
You remember?
Really?
We had a fire in the backyard one time in our chimenea, and we're all just chilling out there, and all of a sudden we hear like, boom.
Chimenea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These cops come.
You don't know what a chimney is? Do you live in Arizona?
It's like
Is it like a freestanding chimney?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's like a little
okay,
ceramic
okay.
thing, and
I never heard it called a chimenea.
that's how I've always. But it's always been called that around me.
That's
But anyways,
cool. That's cool.
we were sitting around. I think we were roasting marshmallows. I don't know. We were doing something with
We're
fire,
not roasting marshmallows.
and all of a sudden we hear poof, 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 and all of a sudden the firefighters hop over the wall. They open our gate. They run around. And we're like, "What the fuck?" And like, "Oh yeah, someone reported your house was on fire." And we're like,
Wow.
no, we're just.
And they were just in the they were just in the neighborhood and saw the smoke.
Oh, I thought they said someone said the house was on
No.
fire.
What are you guys doing? Sending smoke signals?
There was a lot of smoke because we were just burning anything to make it
Holy
fly.
shit!
But no, there was like a different house caught on fire. Then they saw smoke, and then they came over and they're like, "Oh, you're not smoking."
Oh,
Maybe it was like a no burn.
Do you remember that house behind us one time? We like it was like middle of the night. We woke up and it was on fire. The old man in there like dropped his cigarette and the whole house burned down.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
wow.
I don't think he died, but he could have. I don't know.
That's a good story.
I don't really know. I don't really know
It's a good story.
much else to that story.
I don't know. He could have died.
That's pretty brutal.
You guys want to get into our topics of the week?
Nope.
Okay, well, thanks for watching Random Ramblings, everybody. No,
yeah, absolutely.
No, I got a question. Did you watch Barry this week?
I did. Yes.
you know,
Yeah, I
that-
did,
you know,
yes.
I can't think of the guy's name, but you know the bald guy in Barry,
Yeah.
the guy with no hair. Did you know he
The
actually?
Chechen.
Yeah, he actually has I think it's called alopecia, something like that. But he has the disease where, like, ever since he was 3 years old, he just doesn't grow hair.
Propecia.
Something like, no, that's the pill to get hair. I think it's called alopecia.
Remember, I said it was one podcast. I said propecia, and you guys lost your minds laughing because it's alopecia or whatever.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's hard to keep
And I was
track
like-
of some of the shit
and I-
you say.
Yeah,
And I go, it's close. It's apecia.
I really liked Barry this week. I thought it was pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I like
Nothing.
I
like it too.
the Chechen guy is probably one of my favorite characters on it.
I'm just ready
It's
for
just
shit.
they're so stupid.
Yeah.
Shit to fucking happen more than just,
Oh, see,
And I hate the
I
shit.
thought
What-
this week's episode I thought was the perfect pace.
What do you expect that's gonna happen?
I have no idea. Something bigger, I guess. Maybe for the
mean,
story
I-
to advance.
Well,
Holy
listen,
fuck!
I'm
You
expecting
It's just-
for
you know what I
big
mean?
shit to happen. I want this.
You
What
just
do you-
said you liked it.
I don't know.
I mean, I do.
Sounds like it.
It's just a lot. To me, it's a lot of the same thing. It's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of him. I get it. He's a hitman, or was a hitman, or
No, he still
Still
is.
is.
He
They're
killed,
trying
he
to get
killed,
out.
He killed someone last
week.
episode. So
yeah.
Which was
I mean, this is also coming from the guy that didn't think Hitman really existed. So
true. Good point.
should be all new and interesting to him.
He's like, what is this occupation where they pay you to kill people?
Whatever, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you next week. All right, guys.
You did say that.
You did.
I asked what your opinion was if they were real. If you thought they were actually legit.
No.
I didn't say I don't think they're real. What do you guys
Well, you know,
think?
if I asked you, hey, what, do you think unicorns really exist?
What about Bigfoot?
You'd think that I maybe have
something-
an
Bigfoot
idea
is
that they
all
might.
bullshit. Someone would have caught Bigfoot by now. Jesus Christ.
So you think Jesus would have caught Bigfoot?
Somebody. He's not. It's called Bigfoot. He can't be Mr. Elusive.
Maybe that's his nickname.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
How about the Loch Ness Monster? Do you believe in that?
That's
I mean, this
very
is
real.
Mr.
Wait, did you just say you believe in Loch Ness Monster, but not Bigfoot?
You know, I believe
You know
in
I'm kidding.
Loch Ness
You know
Monster.
I'm kidding.
Chupacabras.
No, we don't know because you're Hess.
Yeah.
I was kidding. Loch Ness Monster
never
is obviously
know.
all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Wait, hold on.
Only thing I think the aliens are really real.
Who killed JFK?
No.
He was gonna say Jerry.
Harvey Lee Oswald. Did I get it wrong again?
Wait, you're serious? Again, you're serious?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
For those who don't follow this podcast weekly, the second episode we asked Hess, hey, who killed JFK? He didn't know. He said John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the first episode?
No, it was the second one, I think. I don't remember. One of the past episodes.
Here's the problem.
No, we know
All
the
right?
problem.
My brain is always churning. Always churning.
Always churning. It's like butter.
Things from my brain, I think there's like transmitters loose that from my brain to my mouth because I don't always say what I want to say, and I sound stupid a lot, which is not true. I'm not stupid.
I get Hess because I do the same thing, and I get called out for it all the time here.
Like my mind is just like going too fast, and sometimes it's like, dude, we don't know. Like we can't get all that information there that fast.
So we just say the Loch Ness Monster's real.
Yeah, well, that was a joke. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, I was kidding.
Obviously.
Oh my god.
Obviously, because you believe in ghosts, so why would you believe in the Loch Ness Monster?
What kind of ghosts?
Maybe there's that. Maybe the Loch Ness Monster is a ghost.
Maybe Bigfoot's a ghost.
I doubt that.
Bigfoot, I think it'd be cool if there was a Bigfoot, but... Yeah.
So,
it would be cool, but I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah, you've mentioned that like 20 times. Do you think it's bullshit?
Yeah.
You don't think there's like a big hairy beast running around Seattle?
No, I think Bigfoot's
and
real.
her name's Angela.
Wow.
That's my mother, for people who don't know.
Would you take a razors or something, or what?
What? Her name was Ung Fufu before that?
Yeah, why is she big hairy beast?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Your mother's rather skinny.
I'm trying to look up and see.
Easy for you to say.
if
Is that
there's-
your brain doing that again?
She is.
Your mother's rather skinny.
That sounded like you should play in a movie there. Your mother's rather skinny.
So, Hess, do you think, like,
Oh, here we go.
say back in the day when Bigfoot was originally spotted, do you think it was just like a big ass monkey or gorilla or something that people saw, and then it started this whole myth? Or do you think it was?
I think it was
or do you think?
There's probably somebody dressed up as a big gorilla or
So
something.
you think that's how it started? With someone dressed up?
Probably.
Looking at some of these pictures, it looks like.
I mean, that's not when it started, though. That's just when.
Are you just going off pictures? You're going to base if you think it's real or not off pictures?
Well, I just wanted to see some of the pictures. I've never really looked into Bigfoot. He looks like a gorilla had Down syndrome.
Maybe we could do a Bigfoot podcast tomorrow night instead of our Fourth Down Territory.
Yeah, we could do a bonus
He'd
episode.
be a hell of a field goal kicker.
Definitely. You imagine if he was like if he was a center? Phew.
He's too tall.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, there's.
He could just stay on his knees.
His ass would be right in the quarterback's face.
He could just sit on his knees.
Oh, there's a 53-second video right here of proof that Bigfoot exists.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's probably bad podcast.
Bombshell video sparks claims giant creature. Oh, okay.
okay.
Yeah, it's totally just a man. All right, so back to Barry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I brought up Bigfoot.
Yeah, we went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, some say.
It's okay.
But yeah,
It's
I liked
okay.
it. I thought this episode was like the perfect pace of the episode because there was a lot of him acting, but then also him going to do that hit and we get the Chechens. That one dude killed himself.
You wanting things to happen? I don't think.
Yeah,
something's
I
gonna
know.
happen.
And that's fine. How do you guys feel about the chick? I don't like the chick. Are we supposed to not like the chick?
I like the.
I mean, yeah, I don't hate her, but I don't like love her. I think she's fine.
I just feel like she's fucking everything up.
What's she fucking up?
Yeah, what'd she fuck up? Do you think?
Well, he was gonna shoot her, or he was gonna shoot Paco, and she was on the fucking phone with him.
Well, I don't think she's fucking shit up. I think
she's a girl. She wants to be his girlfriend.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
just the
And I
relationship.
can't stand her.
Because to me,
I don't like
like I said last week, I think he is enjoying acting, but I don't think that's his goal. I think he's finally been accepted into a group, and that's what he likes. So then I think now, like, a girl's finally liking him, and he's like, oh, shit, I kind of like this. This is new and interesting. So then I think she called, and he's like, well, because, I mean, he's been a hitman forever. It doesn't seem like he gets much close relationships. So it seems like he's really interested
that
in
would
that.
do it.
What?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they kill
It's hard
everybody.
to get
around.
close to people when you're just killing them.
So do you guys think that because he choked out Paco or whatever, instead of shooting him, that's gonna fuck things up?
I do. Yeah, that's the first thing I said. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Do you, Tess?
Because remember?
Yeah,
because he sent.
I think so.
He sent that bullet.
yeah. Well, yeah,
The HL.
the Chechen guy.
The
You
reason
just like saying that.
the reason I brought him
I
up
do.
in the beginning,
I don't know why, but yeah.
but the reason
Chechen.
I brought that up in the beginning is he was on Nerdist's podcast today. It was live, and they were talking about specifically about Barry, and he was talking about how cool it is to do the show and how like they let him improv a lot and stuff like that. And he said in an episode coming up, who's the guy who plays Barry? I can't think of his name.
Bill Hader.
Bill
Bill
Hader.
Hader.
Bill Hader's on the phone and he goes off, starts yelling. He was just improvising that wasn't in the script. So then that guy started freaking out. He's like, "What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say?" But he said it turned into his favorite scene in the show.
Oh, really?
So we'll see that coming up soon. But he said like they really like them to improv a lot, and he said like he loves the script, so like sometimes he almost doesn't want to improv. But the way he described his character was interesting to me because like we haven't really seen it that much yet. Is he's like, this guy will blow up your car, but then he'll take you to the dealership and he'll give you a good deal because he knows a guy there. So he's like he'll basically go after to kill you, but he'll be your pal too.
Oh yeah, because like when they were tied, he goes, "Oh, what does this mean for me?" And he's like, "Oh, well, we'll probably have to kill you."
Yeah,
but-
I love
Yeah.
it. I just love the
so
way that guy
weird.
is, and he's like, I really don't want to wait for that. He's like, oh, but I would prefer if he did.
I like him. Like I think it was last episode. He's like, my wife say we have to keep it down. My daughter having birthday party.
Oh yeah, I like that too. See, I love those guys a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, they're fun.
To me, in the beginning,
And I
it
like
was
how
getting into Barry and the acting stuff that I was like, I don't know about this. And I like the other stuff more, but now I actually like both.
Yeah, I like how it's just the whole show's awkward
Yeah,
and
kinda.
dark,
It is awkward for sure.
and I just like it a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like last week I was totally looking forward to this episode, and
I almost look forward to it more now than Silicon Valley because it's different.
yeah, a
But I
little
still
bit.
really enjoy Silicon Valley.
Yeah. Have you been watching? You watching this?
I haven't watched it yet. I've watched. I haven't watched any of the 3 new episodes. And
I-
I talked to Abby today, and I said we should watch all 3 of them, and then we could kind of talk about that a little bit too on this if we wanted to.
Yeah, I think this season's the most different on Silicon Valley. I think it definitely has effect because of T.J. Miller leaving and all that.
yeah.
But I'm really enjoying it.
How about T.J. Miller?
And that's actually my topics. You want to go straight into the topics?
Sure.
Idiotic.
Yeah,
Dipshit.
so T.J. Miller did a fake bomb threat to a lady because he got mad at her on a bus or on a train. They had an argument. He was very drunk, apparently.
Was it Soul Train?
I doubt it.
Oh.
But they were arguing.
Who takes a train anymore nowadays?
A lot of people in California up to like and around.
Yeah, I don't know where exactly. It was in D.C. to New York, I believe.
Well, back east too.
But I mean,
DC to New
be-
York.
be-
Holy fuck.
because he did. I mean, people have done. They've called swatting. At least that's what people like in the YouTube community and all that stuff call it because people would do that to YouTubers where like they'd be live streaming and they'd say, oh, that person's like holding his family hostage at his house, so a SWAT team would show up. So that they call it
Right.
swatting.
and then it's
But people go to jail for that for like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's and,
yeah,
and that's
it's,
it's like
yeah.
he has $100,000 bond, which he probably paid by now.
Yeah, that's nothing.
He's back on Twitter doing stuff, but he could face up to 5 years in prison. I doubt he will, but who really
No.
knows?
he didn't. You said he was tweeting stupid shit already. Maybe he doesn't
Yeah,
do-
he was tweeting jokes today, and he's tweeting about Ready Player One and shit like that. So like and all the replies on his Twitter feed was like, "Oh, that's funny. So when are you gonna talk about your fake bomb threat, you piece of shit?" Stuff like that. So like, I mean, I don't. Do you guys think there's a comeback for him?
No.
The way
'Cause he was
ever since he left Silicon Valley, I mean, there's been sexual assault charges, not really doing any good movies and shit, fake bomb threats, like all this shit. Like I don't think there's coming back for him.
I mean,
He's not gonna pull Robert Downey Jr. out of this one.
no.
Wow, look at you with the callback.
I mean, he does have Deadpool 2 coming out.
That'll probably be his last project.
But,
feel
I mean,
like. At least big one.
He wasn't even all that great in the first one.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's
he
fun-
was kind of funny, but you like saw his funny shit before it even aired.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
before-
and like his HBO special was just.
Maybe
And
he
I know
has a problem.
he says.
Maybe he has a drinking problem.
Well, I totally think he does. I think because I mean
Yeah.
every problem that's come out about him. I mean he gets drunk and he takes an Uber home and then he beats up the Uber driver.
Yeah.
So I think I feel like
I'd
he
love
needs
be
to go
an
to
Uber driver
rehab.
and beat his ass.
he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
So am I.
I don't. Has to just have to lay on him.
TJ
Well,
Miller's pretty big too. I'm
I don't
not
give a
saying
damn.
I'm not saying you can't beat up TJ Miller. I'm just
Come
saying,
on, Nick.
He's just saying he's a
Jesus
big
Christ.
dude.
But yeah, I thought that was a really interesting story. And kind of crazy. Like yesterday, after I edit your guys' podcast, I have Nick watch it, and he does the timestamps for it. And he's sitting there doing. I was like, holy shit! And he goes, what? I was like, T.J. Miller did a fake bomb threat and got arrested. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh wow. Like I was very surprised to see. Usually it's like, oh, T.J. Miller, he said something stupid and got in trouble, or beat up another Uber driver or whatever. But
Yeah, what's his Uber rating?
probably not. I mean, if I was an Uber driver, I'd be like, TJ, nope, Not even if it's someone else named TJ Miller, not gonna risk it.
Even if it's BJ Miller.
But my next topic I wanted to bring up, which we won't
How
talk
many
about.
topics do you get, motherfucker?
I got 2 because they're both kind of short.
I can't get my phone back in my pocket.
Unless Hess hasn't seen this, which
It's
is
like his
possible.
penis.
We won't talk about it too much.
What is it?
Did you watch the trailer for Han Solo Star Wars story?
No, but I don't really care.
Are you looking forward to seeing that movie at all?
I mean, I will see it. I don't know if I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've never been the biggest Han Solo fan. I know everyone thinks I'm fucking weird. I don't know.
No, we thought that before you just said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
My one
But
thing.
yeah, it's cool.
My one
It's
thing
cool to
I
talk
have
about.
that's like it's odd about this movie is, to me, out of all the trailers, like, I see Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, whatever you want to call him, and I'm like, oh, he totally looks like the character. And like everybody else, you don't really know them, so it's fine. But I don't see Alden, however you say his name. I don't see him.
Chipmunks?
I don't see him as
Not Alvin.
Han Solo. He just doesn't fit it to me.
You know what? When he smirks, I see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see it.
I mean, maybe watching the movie because
I think he
the
looks-
trailers don't show much.
I think he looks as much as Harrison Ford as Donald Glover looks as
Lando?
Calrissian. Yeah.
So, I mean, and maybe I think that's partly me. Maybe I just have to not think about it as, that's not Harrison Ford. But
I think the difference is that I just spaced his name. What's Lando's? Donald Glover.
yeah,
He's just got a screen presence because when it
Yeah.
flashes to him and they play the music, you're like, oh fuck, that's cool.
yeah, that's true.
But which is weird because Lando wasn't cool
yeah, not really.
at all.
What's interesting about that scene when he's
I'd-
doing that and he pushes cash forward in that scene? I guess one of the coins is I forget he's a Mandalorian coin, which is Boba Fett's people.
Oh.
So a lot of people think this is a perfect movie to bring Boba Fett back, which I would be pretty interested with that if Boba
Yeah.
Fett showed up. And there's
is
also
that like bringing sexy back?
almost, yeah. But there's also a rumor because the guy who plays like the new Darth Vader, basically in the suit, he was supposed to go to a Comic-Con, but he canceled his appearance because he's filming the newest Star Wars movie, which we all know he's not showing up in the fucking The Last Jedi or whatever. So obviously it was this. So there's supposed to be a Darth Vader cameo as well.
Oh.
So that I think that'll be pretty interesting with all that. But at the same time, it seems like, oh, they're pulling in all those cards because like it's a bad movie.
Well, here's the thing. My hopes aren't up for this movie. My hopes are up for the fucking last one, and it
The one
sucked.
yeah.
So,
I'm really hoping like J.J. Abrams does well in fixing the last movie, or
Hopefully.
doing it well, because I really liked The Force Awakens,
yeah.
and then The Last Jedi. I mean, we even bought The Last Jedi. We didn't even care.
I didn't care. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that almost ruined Star Wars for me. Like, not
Well,
wanting to, not getting
yeah.
excited for new ones. Like I still love the other ones, but getting excited for new ones makes it kind of tougher.
I'm interested for like. I wasn't excited for Rogue One, and this would be more of the. Did you ever see Rogue One?
Yeah, you saw it with us.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you see it with us?
Yeah, we did a whole
I did.
podcast.
Fuck,
Remember,
can't
I
Give me
assaulted that guy in
fucking
the.
movies I see.
I assaulted
Remember
that guy in the
Jerome went
bathroom.
pissing in the urinal and the guy walked in on him?
No, I walked in on the guy, and I was like, "What
Oh,
the?"
yeah,
and
yeah,
I got mad at the guy, which I don't know why I got mad.
See,
in
I
that
was thinking that
situation.
was Force Awakens.
Lock the
no.
fucking door.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I was like, "Wait, next I want you to lock the fucking door."
Like I remember that way more clearly than the fucking movie I saw being.
Me and Hess waited in line
Oh.
until you got off work and met us there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, and there was no one there. Remember that?
I just was thinking it was Force Awakens, but then we saw that with Dan, so
Oh yeah,
now
Dan
that-
the man.
Now that I'm I can't get into what he did. But I mean, I guess we went and saw it opening night, so we were kind of excited. But like, I've never watched it. I think I watched it one time after it came out in theaters, and it was good. You know, I liked it.
Yeah.
The best part is Darth Vader at the end.
Oh yeah, that's the best part.
That might be
Past
the-
couple movies, I think.
Yeah, but I'm kind of hoping Han Solo's like that, where it's like, yeah, it was a great movie the one time I watched it, and it was
Yeah, decent one. Cause I feel like those spin-off ones aren't meant to rewatch a million times. They're meant to go
Yeah.
enjoy and have a good time in.
right.
I am looking forward to their Obi-Wan one, especially if they have Ewan McGregor be in it.
Yeah,
I'll be real interested in that.
Yeah.
But all right, so moving off of Star Wars, Hess, what's your topic for the week?
It's the Humboldt Broncos. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
No,
Seriously.
seriously.
It was so the Humboldt Broncos, they are a 16 to 20-year-old hockey team in Canada.
Mhm.
And they were on their way to a playoff game. They take buses, and they were T-boned by a semi.
Oh wow.
And I think 10 15 people died. I think there was like
Jesus.
28 players, and I think 10 players died, and the other 5 were like coaches and stuff like that. But it was just fucked up, man. Just horrible. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
thanks
Yeah.
for that. Oblivion.
Sorry, but I mean, it was just something that, you know.
I'm looking at stuff right now.
It's Humboldt, Humboldt.
Yeah, that's
And
how I got it.
yeah,
here.
it's crazy, man. Like, and just the outpouring.
So
from,
I
like,
guess just
hockey
recently,
players and fans and stuff.
the 16th person has died from that accident.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Wow. So 16 people died. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like some of the families were following behind the bus, so they actually like saw it happen.
Oh.
And shit. Like, could you imagine your kid being in there and like you see a fucking semi like T-bone the fucking vehicle he's in? Ugh.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, that would not be a good.
And you thought my story was sad about a guy burning behind our house.
Yeah, no shit. You guys are fucking downers.
You know.
Did they
But I
win?
mean,
to talk about-
it
Did
can't.
they
I
win
meant
their?
to talk about it.
Did they win their game?
They didn't play the game.
Oh,
Wow.
sorry.
That's bad. I meant to talk about it on my podcast, but I kind of forgot about it. So.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Or not my podcast,
Bob.
my
Video.
show or whatever you want to call it.
So when did it happen? Last week?
Yeah, I think it was like last Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or something like that. But you know, a lot of players, NHL players, and like it's called Sticks Out for Humboldt. So like people are putting like hockey sticks on their front porch and stuff.
Did you?
It's pretty cool.
Did you put hockey sticks on your front porch?
I don't have any hockey sticks. All I have are little ones.
What a hockey fan you are.
Yeah, I used to have a bunch, but I don't have any anymore.
So moving
Yeah.
on from that downer of a topic, what's your topic for the week, Nick?
Hey, I climbed Camelback Mountain on Monday.
I heard you saw somebody too.
Yeah, that's not where this story is going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a story.
So I got up in the morning, ate breakfast like normal.
Okay.
Eggs and sausage.
Little amino acids.
An old man's cock. You know, the usual.
Fucking beat your ass. So probably had a couple of these. Brought some water, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was gonna bring this fucker so he could like record some shit. He's like, I don't want to go to Camelback. It's too hard.
My chicken bones will hurt. Yeah.
He's like, why can't we go somewhere easy? So I'm like, whatever. So I'm just gonna go down there because I've never done Camelback, and I hear it's hard. And so I get there, and I'm like, whoa, fuck, this shit's like straight up. So like,
Yep.
I start out, and Calais Campbell was in front of me. Text my sister. I'm like, fucking Calais. I'm hiking Camelback. Calais Campbell is right in front of me. And she's like, are you gonna say something to him? I'm like, no, fuck, I'm not gonna bother him. You know what I mean? He's with like a girlfriend or a wife and a daughter or some shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it gets a little windy at first, then goes like straight up, and you have to like hold on to a pole as you climb.
I hiked it in high school.
Did you? So, you know, and I hike a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And usually people are slow, they get in my way or whatever. Or I just take my time and look if I'm with people and let them catch up with me. I try not to be a dickhead. I went by Calais, climbed up the shit, and I was going cool. And I get up to I saw this little marker that said 7/8, which I assume is 7/8 of the way up to the top.
Right.
Pretty close to the top, right?
Yeah.
And there's this couple, and they're like, hey, you know, you can get by us. They're all huffing and puffing. I said, oh, I'm in no... I have my headphones on like you. I'm like, I take them off. I'm like, oh, I'm in no hurry, you know, and I get around to the top. I'm like, oh, this is a good place to take a little rest. I take a sip of water. And then I sit on the rock that's right there. It's kind of in the shade. And then I start getting all sweaty. And then I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm like, what the fuck? So then, like, a couple people walk by me, and I'm just, like, sitting there, and I'm like, hey, yo, I don't feel good. Like, what the fuck? And it was, like, 95 that day.
Yeah, pretty hot.
Which is hot, but, I mean, I've done worse.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's not terribly hot for here.
Yeah, so then I'm like, okay. And I sat there, and I said, no, you know what, I'm going to get up. It's just, I could see, like, a chick at, like, 100 feet away, like, taking pictures, like, on top. And I'm like, I'm right here, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And I stand up, and I'm like, oh, nope, sitting right back down. I just kind of, like, fall back against the rock, and I'm like, motherfucker. So all I could picture in my head was, like,
Yeah, you got
firefighters and
rescued. Yeah.
I'm not going on the news. So then, like, I took the water and poured it on my head. And I just like stuck my head down, and like kind of closed my eyes, and I was like, okay, like any time now. And then like I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm going down. Like I'm not going to the top because like I was a little freaked out because I've never felt like that before.
Yeah.
And I start going down, and I don't know, maybe 5 minutes later, perfectly fine, rest of the day, no problems. And so then I was pissed at myself for not going all the way to the top, but I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't turn around?
No.
Getting close
and
to
you started feeling better?
No, I didn't want to chance it because I was by myself and shit. And
getting close to passing out like that's pretty scary. The only times I've ever actually passed out like that is when I went up the ramp and flipped my bike and like hit my head and passed out and all that.
Yeah.
Which even then you just feel so out of it.
Yeah, that's how like I stood up and then I was just like
every fucking week.
Camera
podcast pause.
All right, so I guess we're coming to the end.
I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, we have to end.
Damn, you're sweaty.
I know, fuck. We gotta end the show.
That's what I looked like on the mountain.
Where the camera died. Oh, why am I so much louder all of a sudden?
Over there.
We gotta end the show because the camera died and I'm filming this last bit on Nick's phone, so it probably doesn't look like the same image, obviously. So any last things?
A lot better.
Any last things you guys want to say before we wrap up this podcast?
Yeah, Hess is gay.
Yeah, Hess, you got any last opinions?
No, I don't. I'm not gay. I like
I like
pussy.
the puss.
Yeah, pussy.
All right, well, all right. So Siri, why don't you wrap up the show then, baby girl?
Thanks everybody for listening or watching Random Ramblings this week. Please like, subscribe, or rate and review. Also, don't forget to check out Fat Ninja's Corner where Hess fingers his butthole for 10 minutes while singing Return of the Mac.
All right, everybody.
Where I finger my butthole for 10 minutes while I sing Return of the Mac?
Yeah.
That's good. That was real clever.
That should be episode 2. All right. See you guys next week.
Cue the outro music.